A Greek philosopher once said, "Know who you are, then adorn yourself accordingly." What is considered fashionable, tasteful, or elegant varies across social classes. The blue bloods are known, as you might have guessed, for preferring classic, simple, elegant clothing. The nouveau riche for expensive, more attention-grabbing designer clothing. Both middle classes favor upscale stores like Brooke Brothers and Saks Fifth Avenue. The lower classes do a lot of their clothing purchases at Walmart, Kmart, or Target, and lower scale stores like Old Navy. Many other fashion and other consumer taste culture differences distinguish themselves more by where the red middle line is. So comparing the right side and the left side of that line. To simplify this, as we refer to the rest of these class effects on taste culture, we will refer to these two groups as the lower classes and the upper classes collectively. With the lower classes, T-shirts, caps, and other clothing that carry trendy logos and trademarks or names of celebrities or rock groups are quite popular. Likewise, bright colors, sequins, and glitter, and denim is the most valued casual wear. In contrast, the upper classes, with the exception of the nouveau riche, identify more with a preppy look. Polo shirts with few designer labels, except for club logos such as beach clubs, yachts, etc. So less trendy, more classic clothing, and khaki is the denim of choice. Again, our most obvious distinction here is to the left and right of that red middle line, which we will refer to collectively as the upper and lower classes. Credit card interest is largely a reality for the lower classes. Credit cards are the worst loan agreement. Why would the upper class ever agree to pay that high of an interest rate? In fact, if your wealth is high enough, why borrow money, period? Why pay interest on anything? Most upper class consumers use credit cards just for convenience, so they don't have to carry cash around and pay them off in full every month. In contrast, most people in the lower classes find that they can only own items of interest through credit. In other words, only a fraction of a percent of lower class consumers are living within their means, meaning only buying what they can pay for without using credit. But isn't this what we should expect of people in general, who are constantly bombarded with advertisements for things they can't afford and offered an easy way, credit, to get some of them? Take Monster drinks and designer tennis shoes, for instance. They may seem expensive and thus an unwise decision for a poor kid to ever buy. But why would they like and desire them any less than wealthier kids? As far as savings, upper classes have security. When your present is secure, you can be future-oriented and take risks. The upper class invests their savings in insurance, stocks, and real estate that are good gambles, or they feel are good gambles. These may be good, educated gambles, but they are still gambles nonetheless. In contrast, lower classes often cannot save at all. Many are living a paycheck to paycheck, or worse yet, day to day existence, right? Those who can afford to save do so over time and with significant effort, and thus cannot afford to gamble it at all. They cannot afford to put any of their money where they could lose it. Thus, when they are able to save, they are primarily interested in security, which generally translates into very low interest bank accounts.